right. Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening, I should say, really. Welcome to the Stirling Sim Academy series. Here we are with the 8th event here at Michigan. So far, we actually seem like we're going to have some good population in our race tonight. Got a lot of drivers that are all really excited to get things going. Remember that all of our streams are brought to you by Woodbeck Auto Parts and Homebrew Racing. Make sure you give them a look. But here we are. Right now in practice with about 7 minutes left to go, we have David Ackenbauer leading the pack, followed by Hunter Terpstra. And in third place, we have Dave W. Thomas. Fourth place, we have Dean Qualley. And in fifth place, George C. Williams, Scott Whiteman, and Brad Whiteman will round out the back of the grid for now. However, this number is sure to increase. Hey, there's a new contestant here tonight. David Gibbs in 8th place and is number 88. Let's take a look there. He has his Mountain Dew paint. Spinning off of one. It's going to be a longer race here at Michigan. It's a bigger track, about 2 miles. Drivers are going to have to practice their pit entrances, and you can see with Scott's collision there into the pit wall that it is going to be difficult. Now, one of the things that we should actually talk about tonight is that, believe it or not, tonight is the final round in the regular season before playoffs. So what that means, for any of our viewers at home that don't quite understand, is that each racer here, they need to get into the top 8 positions, unless they're a race winner when they don't need to be able to contest in the next couple of races without messing up the other drivers. Now, if you don't make it into the playoffs, you can still mess with the other drivers and kind of screw up their points, but it does eliminate you from continuing on in the series. In a different way, I should say. So, looking at our standings that we have, in first place we have Ace Through It, who is leading by 25 points ahead of the number 17 of Scott Whiteman, and in third place, tied for second, is Brady Floyd, who so far is not here tonight. He might show up later, though, and that is something we're definitely want to keep an eye on. Because if Brady is here, and he is continuing to lead how he has in the past, he might actually be able to take the championship position. Now, going down the grid, there's going to be some other fights for different positions as well. But I don't think any single one is going to be as hotly contested as the top 5 positions. In your championship points, we have Extreme Racing, which it consists of Scott Whiteman, Brady Floyd, and Bryn George, some of our top racers, all in the same team. Now you can see why that team is kind of a powerhouse. And in second position in the championships, we have IPC Racing, which is carried, I should say, almost exclusively by the number 77 of Ace Through It. Here we are on the backstretch. We can see a bunch of different drivers all racing together. Probably trying to get a little bit better lap time so that they can put up a decent qualifying lap later. Getting practice into this track is going to be very important, as your track position is almost going to entirely determine your finishing position. David Ackenbauer leads with a 49.57. We now have 3 minutes 30 seconds left of practice to go. Brad Whiteman now takes the top position with a 49.12. It's going to be hard to beat that here. Remember, if you're in the southern part of Canada, make sure you check out www.woodbeckautoparts.com. They're one of the nation's largest auto parts retailers and recyclers. So make sure you check them out, because they can get your parts to you just about anywhere in the Southern Canada region. Remember, that's www.woodbeckautoparts.com.
David, give me a good push. I need to go faster. Well, I'm getting there.
You can hear some of our drivers banter out here tonight as we continue going through. A lot of these drivers are really going to have to work together, especially if they're on teams, to try to get anywhere with this race.
This track and these cars, I think there's going to be a lot of just trying to push people and it not going well sometimes. Yeah.
In the booth with me is, for race control, is Jacob. Jacob, if you want to give them a quick little message reminding them that...
How much does it drop off when you pull out of the
we are supposed to have minimal
draft
radio communications.
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, goodness, there's Bryn being slow.
I mean, can you get a run?
If you can let them know that, I would greatly appreciate it, Jake.
I imagine I can.
Drivers are supposed to maintain minimal communication throughout the race because this allows drivers to focus a little bit more on improving, which is the entire goal of the Stirling Sim Academy series. If our drivers can improve, then, then when they get up into the different iRacing leagues, they can do better. And remember, you can check this out at Homebrew Racing. Make sure you check us out on iRacing. We see Bryn George now on the track is currently in the 11th position. Maybe he can increase on with... Oh. Bryn moves up to 10th position, putting Ace at the bottom.
Yeah, that's a pretty good run.
Good pack here. Going to be able to maintain some pretty good speed going up through.
To a point. Yeah, I didn't lift it all until a little bit in the corner there because I'm going to push up into you. Well, I gained a tenth from it, so it worked all right.
We now finish up our final lap of practice as we...
I guess I don't get to see what the draft's like.
Oh, there goes the 127 getting spun out. Jesse Atkinson is probably going to want to pay for that later. As we now head into qualifying. Remember that this is all brought to you by Woodbeck Auto Parts. Make sure you check them out at www.woodbeckautoparts.com. And Homebrew Racing. Make sure you check them out with our website, Homebrew Racing. We're going to follow along with David Ackenbauer today for our qualifying. For right now, we're going to follow along with him. He's been a good contender in the past, having really, well, top finishing positions as the Taco Bell's upside down on his rear bumper. Number 13 has contested some pretty serious fights here at this Stirling Sim Academy series. If he can keep this up, then he might even be in contention for some good playoff points if he can make it. It's always a big if there. He heads into his second qualifying lap now. Drivers aren't really going to want to waste time here at the qualifying event, as drivers are going to be struggling to make up time as there's only 5 minutes to qualify, and it takes about a minute to get around this track. Looks like my qualifying timer is a little bit off. So he's starting his first qualifying lap. Drivers are probably going to want to stick to the middle for the best amount of speed and then cut down on the front stretch down low. Looks like David is trying to take a little bit different of approach by staying very low and then coming out high. Also a completely valid strategy here is sometimes the high line can be even faster. But that is completely dependent on your car and where you are. He now enters his second qualifying lap. He is our first driver to qualify with a 49.83 lap time. A lot of our other drivers finish, and it looks like George C. Williams is going to be leading right now with a 49.67 lap time. Let's follow along with George for right now. He is heading into 3 at the moment. He is still leading everyone at the very most by 0.33 of a second. That is not a big margin. Although his margin from first to second is quite large. It still is large, even though Brad Whiteman was able to completely demolish that time, going to 0.11. He finishes his lap time, does not improve from the previous lap. Probably was right on it, honestly. Bryn George starting towards the back of the pack. Seems like previous race winner and has been in the front row for a lot of these races. Maybe he's trying to play a different strategy here tonight. Well, let's follow along with David Gibbs now, an ERA Sim Sports driver. Looks like he just was able to finish up his laps. He's currently qualified third. Bryn George setting in an amazing lap time now, only 0.03 behind George Williams. About a minute and 20 left of qualifying left to go. Jesse Atkinson is currently in 10th position, rounding out the back of the grid. He improves. He's now up to 9th position, pushing Hunter Terpstra to the rear of the grid. Here's Ace, a previous race winner and current leader of the championship, taking it nice and slow as he is currently 8th position. Looks like he probably finished up his times and is probably just trying to get a little bit more time on the track. Dean Qualley able to put himself into 3rd and push David Gibbs to 4th. Dean Qualley, who was in our Concord race, one of the fastest drivers there, and was constantly putting pressure onto Brady and Bryn. If he's going to keep up that kind of speed here at Michigan, he just might be a race winner tonight. But he does have to fight with Bryn and George Williams. Apologies for anything you see there. I'm trying to disable notifications, but it does not want to work. All right. Here we are. So currently, your positions are on the inside in the front row, you have the number 99 of George Williams. In the second position on the outside, you're going to have Bryn George. In third position, you have Dean Qualley on the inside, second row. And then in the fourth position, you have the number 88 of David Gibbs on Dean's outside. In fifth position, you have the number
everybody.
90,
Have fun.
You have the number 92 of Brad Whiteman. And then on the outside of him, you have Dave W. Thomas.
You too, man.
Behind them, you have the number 13 of David Ackenbauer, followed by Scott Whiteman in the number 17. Then, towards the back of the grid, you have the number 77 of Ace Dewitt. And then, in 10th position, you have Jesse Atkinson in the number 127. Finally, rounding off the grid, you have the number 21 of Hunter Terpstra. And in the absolute final position, after not qualifying or practicing, you have the number 20 of Brady Floyd. Previous race winner and third, tied for second in the championship. Who is going to be your winner tonight? Is it going to be some of our front runners? Is it going to be someone else? Who is it going to be? Let us know and type it in the chat of the stream, because it's going to be quite a race here tonight, here at Michigan. It's going to be a final battle here at Michigan with our drivers who are looking at their last before playoff race. Make sure you check out woodbeckautoparts.com if you're in the Southern Canada region and looking for cheap auto parts that are of high quality. And make sure you check out Homebrew Racing at iRacing. As our drivers now begin to do their pace lap. We see our cars rolling down the back stretch of Michigan here, going by the 3M stickers, all of them lining up, ready to go. David Gibbs is now bumping Bryn a little bit, both in the 8 cars. Will Brady Floyd be able to fight from the very back of the field and get all the way to the front, even with some of our best drivers here? How is David Gibbs going to do in his first showing here at the Stirling Sim Academy? We're all going to see here tonight, as our drivers now go into 4. Pace car is off. Our drivers are pacing, very anxious to go.
Green flag.
And the flag is green, and there they go at their first lap of 25 here at Michigan. George C. Williams gets off to a good start, maintaining that lead, followed by Bryn George on the outside. Will Bryn be able to hold that even on the outside? We see Dean Qualley being able to stick down low, followed by Brad Whiteman on that inside. David Gibbs stays wide. They go 3 wide, going into 2, 4 wide as they now are there. That is a huge incident just waiting to happen. We see all of our drivers now heading into here. A big pack formed up. They're going 3 wide, going into 3. Number 98 of Dean Qualley is pushing himself into first place, followed by the number 88 of David Gibbs. The number 99 is swerving. Is he going to take them out? He does not, but they all decide to stay low, except the 99 who keeps swerving a little bit. Dean blocking that middle, not really sure who's going to come up next. Britton is still in second position, even on the outside. The number 99 goes high, forcing the 53 to check up. Wow, this has already been quite a race, and we're only a couple laps in. This is a huge pack, and this is what's going to happen here at Michigan. This is the biggest track that these street stocks can go to without being extremely uncomfortable. The number 8 of Bryn George is now going to be pushing that 98, as he's getting a little bit boxed in by the wall and the number 88 of David Gibbs. Number 98 goes high. Bryn goes up higher, and it makes it just about 3 wide as they now go into 4. As they're going across the start-finish line, they're all bunched up. The number 13 is looking to see if he can get through anywhere, but it's kind of clustered up. The number 20 is pushing Dean. The 20, who has come all the way from the back, is already now into 4th position. A lot too wide here. Scott goes high. Is Scott okay? He looks like he skims the wall some. That is going to be a bit rough as they continue going through here. Looks like he lost a pretty good amount of momentum. Number 88 of David Gibbs is currently on the inside there and is going to be pushing quite hard. Looks like he's going to be pushing Dean now as they now have to fight with Brady, who is looking on the outside. Brady and Dean, who had a huge fight at Concord, they're now going to be fighting here. Maybe the 98 and 88, as they are teammates, can work together well to see if they can get through. Bryn has fallen back some, and it looks like the number 99 is able to stay in contention, who is now followed by Brad Whiteman and the number 92, who's being pushed by the number 13 of David Ackenbauer. Scott Whiteman is now basically at the back. It's unfortunate to hear. They go into 1 all bunched up together. This has been 4 laps with no incidents as they continue through. It looks like Brady Floyd is currently your leader, followed right behind Dean Qualley. who's going to be holding that inside line as much as he can to make sure that they don't get through. There's getting some pushing. The number 92, and the number 92 comes down kind of... Oh, no, there's a spin! There's a spin caused by the number 13 in turn 3. Caution, it comes out. Let's watch that again. Oh, my goodness, several drivers. There's even more happening. Let's watch that again. That is a huge incident happening over there. Whoa, that looks like it gets bad. So it looks like the number 13 spins the 92 of Brad Whiteman. And during this spin, it looks like Ace gets caught up in that. Ace crashes right into him, causing him to roll. Ace gets screwed over. Does Scott make it through? Scott seems to make it through. That is a lucky break for Scott. Let's actually see it from his perspective. I'm sure Scott probably had a little bit of a heart attack looking at that. That must have been terrifying. It's the number 17. Let's go to his cockpit view. So this is what Scott sees as they continue here. A lot of smoke coming up. Ace and both of them rolling. Oh, what a lucky break. He just makes it. Just barely. Good save by Scott. Wow. What an incident that we just saw there. I do wonder how Dave Thomas did see that, because that's going to be interesting. It collects just about everybody. Is that the number 21 that it collects as well? Oh, it is. Yikes. Making it a 4-car incident. Oh, no. That is a tough break, and that's really unfortunate for our drivers. Let's jump up ahead to back where we are. Looks like some drivers are going in for fuel as well. Here we are, caught up live. So now your positions are the number 98 of Dean Qualley in first position, followed by the number 88 of David Gibbs. In third position, you have the number 127 of Jesse Atkinson. In fourth position, you have David Ackenbauer. Fifth position, you have the number 20 of Brady Floyd. And in sixth, George C. Williams. Looks like everyone else has gone into pit or has had some form of incident pushing them back. Interesting choice to do here at Michigan, as they are now 1 lap to green, about to finish up our caution.
George, you're up here.
We're going to see how this affects our championship now that some of our drivers are being pushed to the back. Ace is in 11th position, our championship leader. He is not a lap down yet, though, so maybe he can still come back. We saw the number 20 of Brady Floyd come back from 12th position and move himself all the way up to first for a time, so who knows? Maybe we can continue to do that more. Following along with Dean here. Remember, if you are interested in racing just like this, as it is a live stream, make sure you check out Homebrew Racing. We're on iRacing, and you can apply to our league, and we are more than likely to accept you. Also, make sure you check out Woodbeck Auto Parts, one of Canada's largest southern retailers. Oh boy. Okay. Looks like Jacob Art Race Control is having a little bit of issues, so I'm going to be covering for the moment while he gets himself set back up, as we are now about to go green with a pace car
green
off.
Flag, green flag.
Green flag. Dean Qualley in first position, followed by David Gibbs on the outside. The number 127 of Jesse Atkinson. It's going to be pushing Dean as they go through the home straight. David Gibbs maintaining that outside position. They go 3 wide again. Brady Floyd on the outside. George C. Williams in the middle. Scott Whiteman moving himself up some. Let's get a little bit better of a camera here. Or not. They run down the back stretch. The number 20, Brady Floyd, is moving himself up, going 3 wide into 3. David Gibbs looking to cover if he can, but Dean is not able to cover for him. It looks like the number 20 of Brady Floyd is going to get through. Brady Floyd looking to see if he can get another race win, trying to make it 4 in a row as Dean Qualley now has to fend off him. Looks like Brady Floyd gets himself a little bit of a lap lead there as he moves himself into first position for the moment. Dean Qualley does have that inside line, though, so he's going to be a person you have to contest with. It looks like Dean is having a pretty bad pop at the moment. I can't follow him. One of the downsides of iRacing there. There he is. He's back. Number 20 is now currently being pushed by the number 88 of David Gibbs. Dean Qualley sticking to that inside line. They go 3 wide, going through turn 3. Drivers are going to want to keep it antsy. Well, they're antsy, but you're going to want to keep it stable here at Michigan as we are now only lap 10 of 25 this time by. They're all really badly bunched up there. It's going to be quite close this entire race. The Brady Floyd is continuing to be your leader. Dean Qualley on the inside. Looks like he's going up a little bit. Maybe it'll make all the difference. David Gibbs maintaining that second place position by pushing the number 20. Looks like our race control is back in. Fantastic. Number 98 and the number 20 side by side going through 3 and 4. They go 3 wide once again. David Ackenbauer is trying not to be left out to dry by Bryn there, who does not have a person to push behind. David, I mean, he does not. The draft here is extremely important, and getting caught out of that draft can push you back far. Looks like the number 98 is able to push himself into first position now, getting pushed by the 127. That is good. Keep it up, everybody. Everyone is racing nice and clean here. It's great to see. A little bit of popping in the back there. Looks like the number 92 is having some issues. Hope he's going to be able to maintain it as he runs towards the back a little bit more. Let's follow on the inside with Scott Whiteman for a bit. Following the giant camera. You can see the Banky here at Michigan, and we're back a little bit. You can see our leaders up there. David pushing the number 20 as they're all trying to stay all together. Scott going down there a little bit. All of our drivers are raging through. They're all very bunched up together, and any kind of mistake is going to take all of them out at the moment. They slide up a little bit going through turns 2 now. Number 88 still pushing that 20 car. Bryn George currently in 6th. Previous race winner and a person that's usually up in 2nd place is currently back in the 3rd row. Is he going to be able to do something to stop it? Looks like the number 88 just got a little bit of a door slam from the number 13 coming from David Ackenbauer. Imagine under tension. These cars can be quite twitchy here. They go 3 wide heading into the start-finish straight. David on the outside, number 20 in the middle. Can David join up to mess with them? Looks like the 127 is going to be pushing the number 98 as they go across the start-finish line. Number 98 is now your official leader. He doesn't say it on the left-hand side, but he's definitely in the lead there. It looks like people are moving to the outside to push David, except that now that David is on the outside, not having a huge run, looks like they're going to be leaving him a little bit. Here they are rushing down the back straight. Bryn is now going to be moving up, so they're going double 3 wide. Is that going to be a triple if everyone can catch up there? Oh, this is just a disaster waiting to happen. They're all getting a little bit staggered now. David a little bit slow on that outside line. Dean in first position, getting pushed by the 127. Is he going to stick with him? Oh no, it looks like the Brady Floyd is going to be moving on the inside line to get another lap led. Something's going to have to be done about him if anyone else wants to get some positions and some points. 127 is still pushing that 98 car. It looks like they really want to work well together. We are now halfway through this race. We see towards the back of the field, we have Ace and Brad Whiteman looking to see if they could work together a little bit. Brad is still a lap down from the incident from before on lap number 4. They maintain 3 wide. Looks like Bryn's getting a little bit antsy, dancing with David up there. The number 98 and the number 20 are getting kind of feisty together. The number 8 is now currently pushing the number 20. 127 comes up to help. They go 3 wide, very tight, now heading into 1. Looks like Dean Qualley is able to hold that a little bit more, followed by Atkinson. Finally relax a little bit and go 2 wide now. Number 88 is pushing the number 20 into first position now. Quite hard. Race control's down again. Goodness. You wouldn't see this in a normal race now, would you? Race control just popping in and out. But it happens here with iRacing. Dean Quall and the number 20 of Brady Floyd are going to be fighting, contesting as they go through the next lap with 10 left to go. Our drivers are being really well behaved, all staying up nice and together here. Let's follow a little bit with Dave W. Thomas now in the 53 car. We're going to go to his inside cockpit view. This is what he sees as they're now rushing through the backstretch. We can see all of them fighting together, seeing if they can make anything work as they try to get to the front. This is a big drafting track for them. Almost the equivalent of Daytona or Talladega to the NASCAR Cup cars.
Pitting in.
Big group coming down low, seeing if they can make it work at all. Looks like the Dave W. Thomas. Gotta stop doing that. The 17 and the 53 are kind of matching their pace a little bit. Maybe Dave can work with him. Maybe. Just maybe. Coming back to our outside view as we rush down the backstretch.
98 pitting in.
Alright, looks like Dean is coming in for fuel. Cuts down low. Looks like he gets a little bit loose coming off there. Pits in effectively. Looks like the number 98, the 88, 127, and 17 are all coming into pit with 8 laps left to go here at Michigan. Following your current leader, the number 20 of Brady Floyd, who might be good on gas. I don't know. Maybe when he pitted earlier, he was able to get just enough to finish.
13 pitting in.
Looks like David Ackenbauer is now trying to go through. It looks like, and our race control is back. Number 92 seeing if he can unlap himself now as he moves himself into, we'll say second place, but really 12 at the moment. A lot of our drivers fall back now. Maybe in these 7 laps left to go, they can make something. Especially if there's another caution that comes. There is your common duo you see, the number 20 and the number 8 working together to keep that first place position. And it looks like everyone that came in ended up 1 lap down. was unfortunate for just about a little bit over half of our field. Looks like half now. Brady Floyd, continuing in first position. Number 53 of Dave Thomas in third position, who is now, with everyone pitting, got himself some good positions back. Maybe he can hold it out to the end, especially if he had pitted earlier. Ace, who definitely had pitted earlier, is now in a pretty good position as he finds himself in fourth position. That is going to help IPC Racing a pretty significant amount. Hunter Terpstra, also with IPC Racing, finds himself in fifth, but he is a decent way back. Number 20 leading everyone else as they go through just about single file. Except for the number 53 of Dave W. Thomas, who's looking to see if he can make it interesting by riding that outside of the number 8. This is now spurning the number 77 to see if he can follow just like that. If so, maybe that outside line can get a little bit more usage and some more speed, and maybe someone can take down Brady Floyd. Our drivers back here, you can see them all bunched up now. They're going to be moving quick, but because of their fuel load, they're going to have to work together and hope for a caution to come out and everyone else to pit in. Looks like we're going up to here. Looks like everyone is getting really bunched up. The number 53 and the number 77 are working well together as they are trying to pass the number 20 of Brady Floyd, who is working with Bryn. Bryn is going to be pushing Brady to see if they can go anywhere, as we have 4 laps left to go. Brady's going to want to be really careful as they all start fighting up here a bit more. The number 53 is moving to the outside, matching Brady. Ace is giving him a push of a lifetime. They head through 3 and 4. Looks like they fall back a little bit as they're on the outside line, but maybe as they head through the home straight or even the back straight, once again, they'll be able to do something. 3 laps left to go here at Michigan. Brady Floyd, your leader, followed by the number 53 of Dave W. Thomas, who's looking to see if he can get anywhere.
Well, this could have been fun if I had any idea how this stuff works. Apparently I don't.
All that's left to go is there is a train of cars following our leaders. Dave W. Thomas maintaining third position now as Bryn is trying to shut him out. Trying to give Extreme Racing as many points as they can get. Except the number 53 is quite quick going through there. Ace has fallen back a bit to the rear of that pack as we are now with 2 laps left to go here at Michigan. Remember, if you're looking for auto parts in the Southern Canada region, make sure you check out woodbeckautoparts.com. They have all your auto parts needs in the Southern Canada region and ship just about anywhere. The number 53 of Dave W. Thomas is looking really competitive as he moves himself up just next to Brady Floyd. They go 3 wide. Ace on the bottom, really meeting up his nickname with 3 wide. Maybe, just maybe, if you can get a little bit more push from Brad Whiteman as who's right there with them, they can get just enough to dethrone Brady Floyd as your first place contender. They continue to go 3 wide on our white flag lap. They go through turn 1. It looks like 3 wide. Now, Ace Through It is in first position as they continue to go through. Brad Whiteman following them. Bryn George following there. It looks like there's a little bit of contact between the number 53 and the number 8. The number 53 shoots up into second position as they go through turn 3. Ace has that bottom line as they go 3 wide, going through turns 3 and now 4. Can Ace do it? They are on the white flag. It is going to be a drag race to the finish. Who can get it? Who can get it? It's too close to call. Someone breaks free just to do anything. Looks like
That was the most fun I've had in a while, guys. Thank you.
They come up
It was a blast. Thanks for having me.
Good racing, guys.
Just barely taken by Brady. Just.
Hey, can somebody explain some stuff to me in Discord when this is done, please?
And there's
Should
your
be
race.
able to, yeah.
Brady Floyd, your race winner. Had a hard-fought battle coming from the back of the pack once again to win himself another race. Your finishing positions are going to be in first position, Brady Floyd. In second position, Ace Stewart. In third position, Bryn George. Fourth, Dave W. Thomas. Fifth, Hunter Terpstra. Sixth, Brad Whiteman. Seventh, David Gibbs. Eighth, Dean Qualley. Ninth, Scott Whiteman. 10th, Jesse Atkinson. 11th, George Williams. 12th, David Ackenbauer. And those are your final positions.
Hey, Taco Bell, get out of here.
Some honorary burnouts coming from Brady there as they celebrate his win. Here. Looks like David wants to join in a little bit there. Understandable. He had a good run for a lot of this race. Remember, if you're interested in racing like this, make sure you check out Woodbeck Auto Parts, Canada's largest southern retailer and recycler. Make sure you check them out at www.woodbeckautoparts.com. Also, make sure you check out Homebrew Racing, one of the premier iRacing leagues that you can join for free. Make sure you check us out and you can join races just like this once every week. That is going to be it from me, your announcer. And that is going to be it, the race here. Make sure you check us out. Make sure you follow our Twitch here, twitch.tv/4o'clock. And make sure you check out the YouTube channel, WW Gaming and Motorsports, as well as the Homebrew Racing League YouTube and website as well. That is it from me. And have a great night, everyone.